Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes summoning session. Today we are finally tackling my long-awaited chance to summon Byleth. I've been anticipating Byleth for so long, pretty much since the first trailer that revealed 3 houses and actually showed us a little bit of gameplay footage with the famous the crests are to blame line. I fell in love with Byleth right then and there. I'm going to explain why when we summon. But I was originally going to pass on this banner because, Mythics and Legendary banners, generally not the greatest if you want one specific unit. And so I was just going to wait for Byleth to pop up on a 3-person banner in the future or something with better odds. Especially because a lot of people were speculating that he would be sharing focus with Marth, who was of course confirmed, but also with Hot Springs Elise, who didn't really have anything that I was too interested in fodder-wise. I already got the 1 copy that I needed to build my Corin way back when. So I was just going to pass. I was like, that's not good enough fodder. But then he ended up with Sothis, who I really like in 3 houses. She also happens to be a Dark Mythic, which is something that I'm still missing after the great Orb massacre of 2019, where she just gobbled up all my orbs. So I still needed a Dark Mythic. Sothis is a Dark Mythic. I like Sothis. Basically, everything just kind of came together to make it actually a banner worth pulling on. We also have a very stacked colorless lineup, Mystic Boost fodder, Legendary Alm and Canagus, all wonderful pulls. Green also isn't bad with Hector and Grail. Lyn is not great, but she does still have Speed Tactic, which is something. Blue is not interesting to me in the slightest. I already have an Azura. Ryoma is okay. Fjorm is super outdated now. She's not bad, but she's not in the permanent arena bonus rotation, so it's I don't really have much incentivization to merge, and fodder-wise, she's not great, so I'm pretty fine with my neutral one. Overall, this is a banner that I like enough to justify spending my 337 hard-saved orbs and try and pick up some Byleth merges. At least one Sothis would be nice, and I wouldn't mind Canagus and Alm, or even Grail, to be honest, but Byleth is, of course, the star of the show with his co-pilot Sothis. So with all that in mind, we're going to jump in and get summoning. Right off the bat, RNG knows that I want those reds, so of course, only 1 red this time, but it's just our free summon, so what is our first summon? It's Olivia. Alright, but yeah, Byleth. I've been so excited for him. Byleth is best boy. Sorry, Ash, you'll have to settle for being number 2. But it seems weird, right, that I would just fall in love with this character off of 30 seconds of gameplay footage without knowing the personality or anything about him, really. So I kind of wanted to explain it. There are some really dumb reasons, and then there's some actually more meaningful ones. First of all, his name starts with a B, and if that isn't the stupidest reason for anyone to like a character, well, I don't know what's worse than that. But is that double Tharja? Yeah, his name starts with a B. I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon with a B. I actually used to go by Prince B. I just like the letter B, okay? It's a really dumb reason, but it was cool to see a main character with the name starting with the same letter as B. As dumb as that sounds. Another really dumb reason is that he's got that dark hair. I love Corin, I love Robin as Avatar characters, but their default hair is white, so it was cool to see a darker-haired Avatar character. I know Fire Emblem has had a few in the past with Mark and Chris, but I didn't play Chris's game, and Mark isn't playable, so it's not as much of a connection there. That's just another really stupid reason, but I liked the fact that he had the dark hair. It made it easier for me to kind of connect with him. And speaking of Robin and the Avatar squad, I just love Avatar characters. I've always loved self-insert type characters. I know a lot of people groan at them and hate them, and they're like, oh, they're so badly written, they ruin stories and everything, but I just love it. I just want to feel like I'm included. I don't have to be like the main hero of the story like Corrin, where the story revolved around him, although I do enjoy that. Sometimes I just like to feel like I'm involved. Mark in FE7 was pretty minimal, I felt, but I still really enjoyed the fact that he was just there and sometimes the characters would talk to me. So I've always loved Avatar characters, so seeing this new Avatar character that was just ticking these little minor boxes for me was really cool. But the biggest reason came at the end of that trailer, I think. I haven't watched it in a while, so they might have mentioned it earlier, but it was when Edelgard says, I will return my teacher, and it was revealed that you were going to be taking on a teacher role. That was just something that was very relatable to me, and it really hit me because I actually wanted to be a teacher. That was pretty much my whole, from freshman year of high school to my first year of college, or my 1 year of college. I didn't end up finishing it. That was what I was studying for. I wanted to be a teacher, English literature specifically. So just having this thing in a series that I really love, where it's like, oh, you are taking on the role of a teacher, was just so cool to me. And it felt like I was getting to live out a little bit of that dream vicariously, even before the game even came out. It just kind of was like, wow, this really has something for me. I know now in the main game they refer to him more as the professor, but it was just it made it really, that really cemented the relatability to me. And so far, by the way, we have been not having great luck. Where are you, Teach? But yeah, it was, I don't know, is that like really weird? Oh, reposition. That's probably the best pull we've had so far, sadly. But it was just really cool to see this thing. And then it's not even just a title, it's actually reflected in the gameplay mechanics. Byleth does take on this role of the teacher, assigning the characters their classes and helping them study and everything. It was just so cool to see. Hey, Corrin, what's up? So yeah, those are the big reasons, like before the game came out, why I was just already in love with like Byleth as a character, and I was so excited to see him and her, but mostly the male version, because like I said, I like it to be relatable to me, and I do relate more to a male character than a female one. Though I know some guys just really love playing as a female character too, and I've done several Pokemon runs where I played as the female protagonist, but generally speaking, I do prefer the male one. But so like those just immediately gave me a love for Byleth. And there's an Aether Fodder, probably the second best thing we've pulled. What is this? This is not good luck. Wow, we've gotten a whole % so far. Just give me a full circle of reds. And now after playing the game, without spoiling too much, there's still a lot of other things that I've like noticed that have... Oh, there's Marth. That's pretty cool, but obviously he was my least wanted red with a fire blessing. But he's still alright because he does have that anti-dragon. Unfortunate IVs. I'd prefer not to pull any more copies of him, though, because he is not great fodder for my uses. But yeah, even after playing the game, I've ended up liking Byleth even more. So I'm definitely interested in eventually plus 10ing him. Hey, Morgan. You are not the Byleth I was hoping for. But still pretty good. Yeah, I could just gush about Byleth for quite a while. I guess this is my chance, so you all have to sit through it. First thing of all, he's kind of deadpan, which, believe it or not, I feel like I'm a bit more hyper in videos and stuff than I am in my day-to-day life. And that's mostly just because I'm actually talking about something that I genuinely love and I'm actually passionate about. But a lot of the time I can be just kind of deadpan. Byleth has that a lot, at least at the beginning. But when he does smile, it's like adorable. I'm like, oh my god, Byleth has the cutest smile. What else? Characters constantly say like he looks younger than they would expect, or like they can't really guess his age. Like they think that he might be a student with them. That's not really a spoiler. That's like in the first like when you're exploring the academy for the first time and talking to the students. They're like, oh, are you the new student? And I get that a lot. People tend to think I am much younger than I actually am. I answer the door and I still get asked, oh, are your mom and dad here? Are your parents here? I'm like, no. I don't want to correct them about it because I don't want to talk to people who just show up at my door. But so that's another relatable thing. He also, his dad's name is Geralt, which sounds very similar to my grandfather's name, which is Gerald. That's just a really random thing that I was like, that's kind of cool, I guess. There are actual differences, though. It's not like Byleth is just like this perfect copy of me. What is this luck? This is terrible. This is why I hate Mythic banners. But like Byleth, he's got that whole stone-faced thing going on, but I tend to actually get misty-eyed pretty easily, so in that way we're both alike and similar. I will tear up over half the games that I play. I'm just like, oh, this is so touching. Also, Byleth, having been a mercenary and using a sword, is considerably in more better shape than I could ever hope to be. Man, there's probably more stuff that I just can't think of off the top of my head, but those are a lot of the reasons why I really connect to Byleth, and I really have enjoyed him so far. What I'm not enjoying is this luck. Jeez. No, how many triangle adept fodders have I pulled? That's like 3 or 4 now. When I actually needed triangle adept, I had a big drought for a long time and I just couldn't pull it. Now that I don't need it, I pull it so often. Oh, Byleth. Oh, it's Sothis. Yes. There we go. I finally have a defense mythic for light season, for light dark season. And with that, I actually have 1 mythic of every color, and she's plus attack. That is lovely. Good job, Sothis. I would kind of like to get like maybe 3 copies of her. Not necessarily right now, but her next time that she's on focus is with like Legendary Ryoma, which is just like, no thank you. But she has Time Pulse, which would be nice fodder for Byleth, just because I could do some janky things with it, I'm sure, but that's not a huge priority or anything. I am much more interested in, if I got a second one, I'd want to keep them both to use on AR defense, at least until I pulled another Dark Mythic hero, to run alongside him, or run alongside the first one. And then I could either merge to get rid of the Bane or use the second one for Time Pulse. But yeah, there we go. That's the first like pull that I'm actually like genuinely happy with and excited about. Only took like half these orbs. But now we need our Byleths. I don't know if I want to spend all the orbs now that we got Sothis, since she was my main target here, aside from Byleth. But, you know, we can spend a few more orbs, or maybe all of them, because I have no self-control. Gunther, get out of here. Come back when you have a pref refine. Ugh. I swear, the desire sensor has to be real, because I've not gotten nearly as many red orbs as I normally do. Self. No. Where are you, Byleth? I need at least one to make this worthwhile, aside from the Sothis. Come on. No. I would actually... if I were going to do a cosplay, Byleth would be one of the ones that I would want to do. But cosplay is hard and expensive, so probably not going to happen anytime soon. Though in high school I dressed up as Callan Kessler from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds once, and that was fun. No one knew who I was. Understandably. I think if anyone thought that I was anything, they probably thought I was Sephiroth. Because I had the long gray hair, the long gray silvery hair, and the edgy black trench coat looking thing. Hey, Soleil. What's up, Smile Girl? Minus attack, so that is a easy fodder one. Always happy to see Soleil because she does have Drive Res, which is nice fodder. And she has Fire Sweep Sword, which also isn't bad. So even though I've got her plus 10, I'm always happy to see her. Same thing would happen if I could ever finish my Camilla. I would always be happy to see her because Savage Blow is pretty nice C skill. And I'm out of Narshins to promote for it, and I'm tired of spending 20,000 feathers as well, so... Byleth, where are you? Come on, Byleth, we've got a special bond, but you're just avoiding me. I need you to show up. Come on, you're in one of these red orbs, right? Please. Byleth. No. I'm gonna plus 10 a Roy in this session, aren't I? This is why I hate legendary mythic banners. Kata. I feel like I haven't pulled her in a while. I was actually kind of confused as to what that silhouette was. We're back up to 9%. Not that high in the grand scheme. There we go. 9% not that high in the grand scheme of things, but it feels high on like these banners. Just 1% just feels painful. Sylvia. So yeah, I'm really enjoying Three Houses. But man, I'm going really slow apparently because I've seen people who are like, oh yeah, I'm wrapping up my second playthrough or whatever. And I am not even done with my first one. And I'm like 76, 80 hours in. Somewhere in between there. I don't remember what it was last time I checked. Last time I checked it was like 76, but I played a little since last time I specifically looked. So I'm just playing really slowly, I guess. But it's not like I'm even playing like only like a few hours at a time. I'm like binging it. But I guess I'm just slow. But I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very, very fun. Of course, I went with my boys in the Blue Lion house. Ash is the best boy there. Although, I really enjoy all of them. Even the ones that I'm like, are still like I still think they're like good characters, or whatever. They just aren't necessarily ones that I enjoy. But everyone's fun to use. I really like the customization aspect, although I'm boring and I kind of stick more to the canon stuff. The seemingly canon routes. It's like, oh, he came with the bow, so clearly they want him to be an archer, right? I'll probably experiment more in like future runs. I'll do something weird, like making, I don't know, Ash into like a cleric or something silly like that. Although light magic is fun, just heals for days. Always fun in Fire Emblem. Never sad to have healing magic, because then I end up with all these vulneraries and other healing items that I never touch for the whole game. I'm trying to be better about resource management in Three Houses, though. I'm trying to actually use items instead of just letting them sit there and collect dust. Oh, another Soleil. Hello. And I do feel like I've gotten a little better. I don't even know why I'm checking the IVs. I've got the one that I want. But I do feel like I've gotten better with every Fire Emblem game I've played, and I think Heroes has helped a little bit. Come on, where is Byleth? I've spent so many orbs. I want at least one to show for it from this. One copy of my boy. It'll feel weird if I gushed about him for like however many minutes and then I don't end up with a single copy of him. No, where are you? Byleth. Ugh. What are we at? 10%. I know that's not even that bad, but like I said, it just feels bad. Come on. Byleth. As for how I want to build Byleth, right now I'm running a pretty standard Gale Force sweep, water or wind sweep, depending on the situation, and Flashing Blade setup. Also Swift Sparrow's on there. But I've been looking at a bunch of different builds for him. But I think my favorite was one that I saw like the day after we saw his stats. I think it was by like Super Goopo on Reddit. I don't remember, I'm terrible with names, but it was just this really fun, like super anti-everything build with like Null Sea Disrupt and Pulse Smoke. And that just looked really fun. I think that's kind of the kind of build I'd like to build towards eventually, but if Byleth doesn't show up, I'm not going to have any orbs to pull for fancy fodder for him. But yeah, so I'm trying to decide how I want to build him, but so far I have been enjoying his Gale Force setup. It's been pretty fun. Goodness. Come on, just give me a full wheel of reds. We are under 100 orbs now, and this is just sad. Byleth, please. How many drogs have I gotten to? You don't even have anything like that useful, right? Lunge and ward armor. Byleth. There you are! The professor is here. Thank freaking goodness. Oh man. I love you. Were you sleeping? I'm gonna assume you were sleeping. Ew, minus attack. I was hoping for minus attack or not minus attack, plus attack or plus speed. Plus res is probably my third choice because it does work with DC, but I don't know if I want to run that on the plus 10 build, though I do run plus res Corrin and it's kind of hilarious, so. I think I should probably call it there, but we'll just close out the circle because I did get a decent pity rate. So let's just try and fish out a Kanegus or Alm or Air or something. Oh, sup, Hilda? That was much, much worse than I had anticipated, or than I had hoped, but it's probably better than I anticipated, considering how just bad Mythic banners are. It's worse than the last few times I pulled on Mythic banners, where I was still pulling good good units from the other colors when none of the color that I wanted popped up. Wow. Arthur, today you and I are kindred spirits because we have had terrible luck. But I can't complain too much. I still got 3 5-stars in roughly 250 orbs, I think. No, wait. I don't know. It's too late in the evening to do math. But yes, so we got the Byleth, we got the Sothis, we got an Alm, or a Marth that is okay, I guess. So I can't complain too much. I just wish it hadn't been so painful. But such is gacha, right? So yeah, thank you as always, especially for listening to me gush about Byleth and ramble on with complete and utter nonsense that no one really cares about, but you learned some stuff about me, so that's cool, maybe. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, best of luck to all of you on your summons, most likely on future banners, because I'd imagine most people already finished their polls by the time this video comes up. But yeah, I'm wishing you all better luck than this, and until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Professor and Sothis, Martha's here too, signing out.